Good afternoon.
Hi.
How is everybody doing? We are pretty excited to come to you today from a rainy, overcast. It reminds me of England.
Do you even know where you are?
I'm in England, right? Look at the weather. So it is the first Tuesday in May, which means we are doing KimberBell DDE today.
Yeah.
And so welcome. Matt's here today. You got
Filling in.
Filling in? What are you filling in for?
No idea.
No idea? What do you have to tell us today?
I don't think anything.
You don't think anything?
Nope.
Well, let's see.
I was a last minute substitute.
Substitute. We have, let's see, what do we have going on this week?
You're leaving again.
I
tomorrow.
am leaving. So
Came back for a whole day.
just got back, one day back at work, and we actually have a show out at, we're not seeing comments today.
Nope.
That could be a problem.
Patrick just did something to fix this on his phone the other day, but I don't know what it was. It says comments up here.
Hey, Cindy. Oh,
There we go. Now we're good.
hi. Someone's now saying hi to us. Maybe no one was just talking to us.
Maybe.
Ta-da. Thank you. So let's see. We have a really exciting week actually this week. There is a show. 5 inches of snow. Karen, you can keep it. We've got rain down here.
Oh, I misread it. I thought it was 5 feet, so
No, 5
yeah,
inches.
5 inches is way better.
Yeah, we have a lot of rain, but not as much as they said we were going to. But anyway, so this week there is actually a trade show out in Chicago. It is called the H&H Show, and it is. You've never been to this one, have you?
No, they've only done it. This is the second year.
Second year. Last year, Amanda came out with us. This year, Matt said no, thank you.
I said Amanda should go, is what I said.
I don't think Matt likes walking around all of those booths. It's a
No,
lot
I
of.
do. I just thought Amanda would get more out of it, more ideas for live. She does more with the events than I do. Just thought it'd be better for her
Okay.
and you to be there. But
Well, anyway, so Patrick is already out there. So he left last night. He is taking some classes today. The show actually opens tomorrow. I'm flying out tomorrow to join him for a couple of days. And we hope to have some exciting things to share with you.
there's some new things.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the new stuff, that's for sure. We will be doing a live from Chicago for you all. So hopefully that will be fun and we can show you some new things. We are meeting with KimberBell whilst we're there, so we have hopefully some fun announcements there for you. And let's see, back here,
And when you get back, we're supposed to have the anniversary event ready, right?
we are.
That's what you said?
It's actually on mine and Patrick's agenda to finalize the pricing is really all it's down to at the moment. So as like everything else, the prices of everything have skyrocketed around us. I don't think we're getting.
We're not seeing
No,
messages
we're
again.
not seeing messages. I'm going to ask Cindy if I can borrow her phone here in just a moment, and we can make sure that we're not missing any messages. So may have to regroup here because if we can't see any messages, I can't find out whether you guys have questions for us.
That's weird.
It's really weird.
And then it starts coming through again. You mess with it.
Oh well. Let's see. We have. Thank you, Patty. My trip was amazing, but it's good to be back. So,
Oh, ladies, what?
what is your email at the shop? Sally, you can email me directly. It is kate@aboveandbeyondsewing.com or matt@aboveandbeyondsewing.com or Patrick at aboveandbeyondsewing.com. So you can email us and we will get those emails. Okay, so this is our next by Annie project, and it is called, it is a cute little bag. It's called On the Go. It has a nice vinyl pocket right here. It has a flap here. This is a magnetic flap right here, so it's got the magnets in there. It has a double zipper across the top here. It's got one large pocket here with some little like credit card pockets inside. It has a large pocket on the back, which would actually be really good for your cell phone. And then it also has a zipper compartment across the front right here.
And a shoulder strap.
And the shoulder strap. So this class is going to be on May 9th.
Thanks again.
And we do have a hardware kit and a fabric kit for this one. So the fabric kit is $32.99. The fabric kit does include the soft and stable, your vinyl, and or your zippers. And then there is a hardware kit, and the hardware kit will include the triangle. What are these called? Like a D-ring, but it's a triangle one. The 1-inch swivel, and also what they call the slider, the wide mouth slider. And if you're ordering the hardware kit, there is actually different choices in the colors. So this one is the black. They also have the antique brass, and then they have the nickel, which would be the silver. Okay?
Perfect.
And do you want to go ahead and do the giveaway today? Do you know what this is?
This is the pint-sized cozy.
It is. It's for your ice cream.
It is.
Yeah.
That's how I eat my ice cream, by the pint.
By the pint. And
or
that
the quart.
and that is actually going to go to Peggy Mitchell.
Perfect. I was going to say, I don't know who it went to. So.
Yes. There's no name on it, no cheat name for
Nope.
it. Are these reversible, Cindy? Yeah, so look, totally reversible too. And you can have it that way around. Pretty cool.
Should have included ice cream for Peggy.
Do we have any do we have any in the freezer back there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Usually I eat that right away.
So I do have a fabric bundle for you today. And I hate to say that I'm even going to introduce fall fabric to you, but we actually just got our first fall and Halloween fabrics in this week.
I didn't see the Halloween, I saw the fall.
Yeah. So this is a Benetex line. Look how cute this is. These plaids, I think, would be ideal for bindings. Wouldn't they be fun for bindings? So we have the plaid in this teal color. We have one of the focus fabrics, which is this really pretty, kind of a modern looking leaf design. And then we have the plaid in this olive green color. And then we have the print again, but this time it's got like a brown background. And then we have the orange plaid. And these are 5 half-yard cuts for $29.95. And we do have those up on the website if anybody's interested in those. Okay, I think with that, I am going to go ahead and I'll let you all say goodbye to Matt. I'm going to try and do this today by myself. But I've got Cindy on hand. She doesn't know it. If we run into trouble and we need help. Okay, so we are working on DDE. Thank you. We are working on DDE. And it is the mystery wall hanging, which I will take you over at the end so you can see where we're all at. We are working on the May block. So this is the May block. It is a pieced in the hoop block. It's a small block. And it is stitched together in 2 separate halves. So we're going to sew one half and then another half. Okay, I am going to switch my camera around. Hey, Cindy?
Yeah.
I just realized that I may have forgotten to bring over some embroidery scissors. Thank you. Okay, so I actually have gone ahead and put the design into the machine. So we are going to go to embroidery, and we're going to go to our memory pocket, and I have saved it in the machine memory, and it is this file right here. So it's going to have an A portion and a B portion, but it comes in one grouping when you download it. So if you are participating in this, you would have got this into your KimberBell account on May 1st. And I have gone ahead and got my hooped with a mesh stabilizer. And I just have the cream color thread on because everything we're going to be doing is just kind of piecing at the moment, and then we will be doing the quilting afterwards. So the first thing we are going to do is to actually stitch our piecing template directly onto our stabilizer. So I am going to go ahead and we're going to start. This is basically going to give us a map of where we will lay our different pieces of fabric. So again, this is done in 2 sections, section 1 and section 2. Okay, so it has done the piecing template right down here. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take this pretty red KimberBell fabric, and we are going to place this one. The first piece gets placed right side up, centering it over section 1. And on your little road map, so to speak, it will actually show you which is section 1. So right here. And we're going to press the start button. This is going to stitch my trimming and or my placement line, however you want to word that. And then we are going to trim our fabric up to that line. And next we are going to take fabric number 2. Which is our white bee fabric right here. And this is now going to get placed right side down. We're going to put the raw edges even with our cut line, and we are going to stitch our next seam. Then we are going to use our fabric folding pen. And this actually has some liquid in it. And we are going to run a beam of it along our stitching line. Then we are going to use our roll and press. And we are going to press that seam so that the right sides are showing. And this will give us just a very nice firm seam right there. Then we are going to stitch our next placement line. We're going to do the trimming. We're going to take our next fabric right side down, and we are going to stitch our seam. Cindy, can you look on your phone and come tell me if I'm seeing or missing comments, please? And we've got our marking pen and our roller. Oh, and when you use this fabric, you really want to make sure that you only place one down. Okay, so I am going to cut away one of these in the hope that this piece will be big enough. Okay. And next we are going to do our next placement line. I don't feel like I'm getting them. I'm not, am I?
But you haven't been very talkative.
They're being pretty quiet, but they're being really quiet on my end because I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, there you go. It's updating now.
It'll do it for a minute and then it stops again though. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one. And we're then going to go back to the red fabric. And we're going to place that one right side down. Stitch our line. I will ask Cindy if she can go ahead and put the on-the-go stuff up onto the website for us. So see, if you give Cindy just a few minutes, she will go ahead and get that put up onto today's products. And although it's a little time consuming to do the folding pen and the roller, it really does make a big difference in your final block. Thank you, Michelle. I am glad to be back. So the instructions do tell you to put the fusible backing onto the back. I did not, I will be honest with you. And the reason I didn't is this has this fabric on here. It's going onto the mesh. Then it will also be going onto the project batting too. So I just decided that it didn't need it. I know the instructions said to do it. That is a personal choice for you. So remember, we're actually going to make 2 of these segments. So what we're actually creating here is half of the block. And this is the one that I just did a moment ago. So I'm hoping that this is going to be big enough. So I'm going to be just a little bit skimpy on my seam allowance. I'm pretty sure it's going to be just fine because as with KimberBell, they have you overcut everything. Okay, and now it is going to give me an outline around this rectangle. Okay, so that's part one. We are going to repeat that for part two. And so the first thing it's going to do is our template of where the fabrics are going to go. So whilst it's doing that, we will go ahead and do a manager special for you. So the manager special that I have is a serger pattern. So this is a serger pattern. This is actually by Barbara Goldhorn. She has her own line of serger patterns. She used to be a, she used to own a Baby Lock and Benina dealership in Texas, and I've taken several classes from her. This is written for the Benina serger, so you really would need to own the Benina serger in order for this pattern to be applicable, because it does make the fringe, and the fringe is a unique item that the Benina serger can do, because you can manipulate the tensions. Anyway, this pattern is normally $15, and we are going to do this at a manager special of $7.50. So if anybody is interested in this pattern, it is $7.50. Cindy? Can you check on your phone, please? Because I won't see the comments come through if anybody wanted that. Sorry. I'm not sure why my phone's doing that today. Okay, so this one, we are going to put our first fabric over number 7, which is this one right here. We are going to do our placement line. I'm sorry? Okay, so Sherry Parks is going to get that. I actually will not do my other manager special today. We will save it because I can't see messages today for some reason. So it makes it hard for me to do that and be fair to everybody. Okay, so we've got fabric number 7 down. I'm going to take my white with the little bee fabric. We're going to place that right side down. And we're going to stitch our seam. And we got our fold and press pen. We have our roller, and then we are going to stitch our next trim line. I hate it when I can't see the comments. It makes me feel very disconnected from you all. I will go back tonight when I can't sleep, because that happens every night, and I will go back and read all your comments. Okay, we're now going to stitch our next seam. use our roller. Stitch our next trimming stitch. Our last piece of red fabric, right side down, stitch the seam. Fold it over and press. Stitch the trim stitch. Hey Cindy, over by the L890 is my sample of the serger fringe work. Can you see if you could find it and bring it over to me, please? I feel like I'm just talking to myself today. And thank you. And then we are going to put that last one on there. This is going to be our last trim line. And then we are going to do our final trim on this one. And we're going to put our last piece of the solid peach on there.
You sure should have.
Right side down. And this is the last one. Thank you, Linda, for putting that link up there. I did just see that message. And then this is going to be the final stitch around to create the rectangle. And we are finished with that part of the embroidery. So we are going to remove this from the machine and we're going to go over to the cutting table and I'm going to go over the cutting with you on this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to pop this out of the hoop. And we are going to trim this 1/4 of an inch from that final tack down stitch. So we are going to put the stitch line on 1/4 of an inch mark on the ruler. Okay, now we are going to go back to the machine. So we just trimmed both of those segments to 1/4 of an inch. And I do apologize if anybody's asking me questions because I am not sure why I'm not seeing these. I'm going to quickly convert the machine over to regular sewing. We have a very small amount of regular sewing that we're going to do. So we're going to go to regular sewing and we are going to go to our quilting tab and Q02. And now we need to make sure that we put these two pieces together correctly so that they create the right pinwheel.
Okay, yeah.
Let me make sure I've got this right. And then we're going to stitch, manually stitch right down the center with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And then that's not right. What did I do wrong?
What'd you do? What'd you do? Did you do what I did?
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
What did I do wrong, Cindy? That one piece shouldn't have had a seam allowance on it,
So
right?
it's not trimming 1/4 inch away from this. Remember how I said you have to turn it over and it's 1/4 of an inch away from that.
Oh, yeah. Let's show everybody what I just did wrong.
I did the exact same thing.
So I'm going to show you what I did wrong. I'm unsewing right now. And then I'm going to ask Cindy to quickly go stitch this for us. I mean, not stitch it, trim it for us so I don't have to take you back over there. But let me show you what I did wrong. So to be honest with you, because I only just got back into town, Cindy very kindly got your first block ready for you today. And she warned me on the trimming, and I still did exactly what I shouldn't have done. Okay, so what we're looking to create is the pinwheel with the peach color fabrics. Where my mistake was how I trimmed them. So we're always so used to trimming from this front side, but do you remember when we did the template, there was actually a inside template stitch, and this is where we need to trim 1/4 of an inch. So we don't trim from that outside line, the line it just stitched at the end. We actually trim 1/4 of an inch from, and I don't know how well you can see it, but from this first template stitch, not the final tack down stitch. And I'm going to ask Cindy to kindly go trim those again for me. And I am going to rehoop for our next hooping. So because this block required us to stitch this manually together, as in the center seam right here, we were not able to add the quilting design after we were done piecing. So now what we are going to do is to get the machine ready for embroidery as soon as I've stitched that one center seam. Okay, so as soon as Cindy, well, in fact, let me show you the fringe we were just talking about. So we were just talking about that really pretty fringe that was on that one pattern. And on the Benina, we have the capability of creating fringe. Look how fun this is. So this is a fringed edge. This would actually be, if this was going into your machine, this would actually be your looper threads, and your looper threads would have gone all the way around, just like this. And because we have that capability of adjusting the tensions on the Benina L890, we're able to create this really unique fringing technique. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now when I put these together, I'm going to get that pinwheel. So right sides together. And we're going to stitch this. And then I would iron this. I'm actually going to just go ahead and use my roller for today. But then we've got that beautiful pinwheel center right there. Okay, so there is a quilting design, and I did save this into the machine memory, so it makes it easier to bring it up on live here with you all. So we're going to go to embroidery. I'm going to go to my machine memory, and it is the 4-inch floral design, just like this. So this is the block by block quilting, and because of the way this was pieced together, which it's fun to learn new techniques. So that's kind of, it's not the same old embroidery this time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach my hoop. Again, I have the no-show mesh in the hoop. And this is going to be my placement line for my batting. So I'm going to lay my project batting down and stitch my tack down. So I did just see a message from Lenny about a fabric kit for the on the go. There is a fabric kit for the on the go. And this is the fabric that she used, a really pretty floral with like a lime green accent. It's got lime green zipper. So the fabric kit, you get the fabric, the zipper, and you get the soft and stable in there. And then of course there's a hardware choice on the colors on that. And once we have done the tack down for the batting, we are going to go ahead and trim the batting up to the tack down line. This will eliminate the batting in the seam allowance for us. Next, we are going to do our placement line for our fabric. And this was the placement line for our fabric. I'm now going to put my quilt block on top of my batting, lining up my placement line, and then we are going to stitch our tack down. And then we are going to stitch the quilting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the fabric bundle one more time. So we have a really pretty fall collection. This is a Benetex collection. I actually think these plaids would make great bindings, but we have the orange, we have this really kind of modern looking autumn leaves, and then we have the green and white plaid. I really like this one. So this one is the fall leaves with the white background. My machine is just stitching out the quilting design right at the moment. And then the last one is the teal plaid. And of course we do have yardage on these fabrics, so if anybody is wanting a particular color on the plaid or the leaf with the white background or the dark background, you can always just comment on here and we can get individual yardage cut for you at $11.99 a yard. It is just finishing up the quilting on here. And there we go. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to take these over to our mystery. Oh, and Val's going to be right there.
Oh, I'll leave.
You'll leave? No, you can say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
What are you working on, Val?
I'm working on live for tomorrow.
Oh, maybe we'll get a sneak peek.
Maybe.
Okay, so here is our current, would you mind kind of
What are we
placing this
doing?
in? That's May.
I have to find May.
So it's one of the little ones.
It's taller
Why
than
don't you?
I am.
Yeah, why don't you choose the lower one, Val? So this one, there's actually going to be 2 blocks. One's going to be placed right here, and then the other one, Val can't actually
I have to
reach
stand
the-
on my tippy toes.
She's on her tippy toes for you all. And that is the May block. So you are going to make 2 of those blocks.
Would you like me to fix this on here with a pin?
No, we can do that afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Let's have a peek at your fabric, Val.
Okay, well,
Maybe we'll keep the project a surprise, but let's take a peek at your fabric. Ooh. Well, you're not giving them much away there, are you?
No, because it's sewn together. I haven't turned it yet.
It's got bees on it though, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Bumblebees.
We got a really cute little project tomorrow for you with bumblebees. I'm going to turn the camera back around. So thank you all for joining us today. We will keep you informed on when we're going to go live from Chicago. I don't know. I think we'll try and go live definitely from the KimberBell booth. It really depends on the location of the booths as to whether we can get from one booth to another booth on a live.
Go live with your meeting or after your meeting with Kim.
Go live with our meeting after the meeting with Kim, maybe. I know that they're going to have their brand new winter quilt out there, so I'm really excited about seeing that. Like I said, I'm sorry today that I haven't been able to see any of your messages, so don't take it personally if I didn't respond to you. I will go back and read all of your messages, so I'm not quite sure why my phone is not showing me messages today. But that's Facebook for you, I guess. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you all tomorrow, and we'll keep you informed on when we're going to go live out from Chicago. Bye, everybody.